Hi chat. Sorry, I was not paying attention to the timer. But welcome in. It is about that time. That time being 5 minutes since we started stream. It's been a while since we played Genshin Impact. It's been a while since we played any gacha game on stream. But they recently came out with an event. And the event is in Fontaine. And I hear their voice. Can you imagine? Wombo combo. I know, right? I love Fontaine. It's my favorite. But anyway, Mercury, congrats on getting first. Luca got second. Welcome in. Very nice to see all of you. It's very nice. Very nice. I have good hopes for the event. I hope it's good. Sorry for flashbanging you. I won't. Okay. I lagged for a second there. Anyway, I haven't been on in quite some time, actually. I don't typically get on very often anymore. Falling apart. Version, I don't know what that is. This is the one. This is the one. Mushroom realm. What? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh, her story quest. Okay. Yeah, we probably could just do her story quest. Escoffier. I hear she's really good. What is this? Oh no. Oh no, Natland catches up to me. Okay. Let's hold on. Let me check the thing. We have 3 days. Oh no. We have 3 days. Oh, okay. I definitely could have done this better. I won't lie. Let's go anyway. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Who cares? Right? Who cares? I was actually finishing up some Lynette storylines. Because she has quests, and I actually got jump scared by those two over there.
Hey, there's a newsstand over there! Wanna grab a copy of the Steambird? We know our Fontanian friends love a little drama. There's no way they let their readers down. Isn't that Charlotte? And standing next to her, surely that can't be Kanich?
How about... Lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teacup.
Hold on, this one's a gem. Oh, Charlotte's not voiced. Oh, girly. Illegal restaurant caught serving Saurian stew proves surprisingly popular.
Pretty shocking. But it still feels like it's missing something. Ah, got it. Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing. Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
My oh my, that can't be for real. Ugh, fine, I hate to admit it, but you've won this one.
Huh? What? Did Paimon hear that right? Nevelet was stabbed and gravely wounded?
I don't believe that.
No, surely that can't be right. Can it?
If it is, we're all toast. Aha, I thought I heard familiar voices. Well, if it isn't Traveler and Paimon. What a coincidence. Mr. Kanich and I were talking about you two just 2 minutes ago. Unfortunately for me, he's a very loyal friend. I pressed him for some juicy details, but he remained tight-lipped about you. So, anything you want to share with me about the great traveler's triumphant exploits in Natland? It was a team effort. Modest as ever. Anyway, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Sorry. Let me backtrack a little. Hi, you two. It's been ages. What brings you back to Fontaine?
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that, and also a less than pleasant shock.
What?
What the heck was all that about a Saurian meat restaurant and the eunuchs getting stabbed? Please say you weren't being serious.
Oh, that? We were just trading tabloid headlines. Is that what you're talking about?
Trading tabloid headlines?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see who could find the most ridiculous fake news stories. Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
I'm sorry you had to see such an unflattering side to Fontaine, Mr. Kanich. These third-rate tabloids write their headlines purely to shock and scandalize. All they care about is grabbing your attention to boost their sales. The ones who still have got a shred of integrity will at least clarify the truth in the main body of the article. Although the misleading headline is still an underhanded trick to draw readers in. But others, like the one we were just reading aloud, have no qualms about making outright fabrications.
If I had to quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
That's pretty lenient of you, Mr. Kanich.
Huh? Him? Lenient? Oh, you gotta be kidding! Ah!
Are you hiding from the law?
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally including a grain of truth. All I'm saying is, even the wildest leaps of the human imagination are always rooted in reality.
You mean all those fake headlines you mentioned actually do have some basis in fact?
Sure they do. For instance, there was in fact a smuggling trial recently. Considering the amount of speculation surrounding the smuggled goods, it's no wonder there are rumors about restaurants serving saurian meat or teacups being unearthed from ancient ruins. But in reality, the goods in question were simply a few ancient relics dug up from ruins in Natlan. Rest assured, no saurians were harmed in the process.
Oh. Hold on. Sorry. And if you're wondering why the Eudex didn't preside over the trial, it's because this case was assigned to another judge right from the offset. It's not as if the Palais Mermonia has only one judge. You could have convinced me. I won't be lying. We can't expect Monsieur Nouvelet to handle every single case himself. On a more interesting note, the trial in question went remarkably smoothly, and it was all thanks to Mr. Kanich's testimony as a key witness.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines that she totally forgot to ask why you're here in Fontaine, Kanich.
It's all a misunderstanding. The world's not going to end. Maybe not, but it'd be even a better world for me if Mr. Kanich here would agree to another exclusive interview with the Steambird.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough. But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that you're less interested in the case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan.
Drat, you saw right through me. Guess I'll put it down to the keen instincts of a renowned saurian hunter. Any response to that, or...?
I appreciate your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Kanich the speechless! Kanich the tongue-tied!
Smack him away.
Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Back to me again? Of course, that's a brilliant idea. But that also means I'll need a bit more time to prep. Let me put together a thorough list of interview questions. Sounds like I'm not allowed to refuse. Hey bro, are you still canceled? Man. Well, I know I can be persistent, but at the end of the day, it's your call. Anyway, I should probably be getting back to work. I also need to go track down a gestionnaire, I don't remember how they say this, and report these increasingly outrageous tabloids. Farewell, my friends, until we meet again. Thank God. The person who's not voiced is gone.
Does she? to ask. That how thing that popped out before, or was it a how? It kind of looked like a how, but at the same time...
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was a how.
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
Maybe he's not acclimatizing very well to Fontaine.
Could be.
Not acclimatizing?
Sounds fake as hell.
Aw, poor Almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you mean?
There's nothing physically wrong with him. It actually has to do with a strange law we learned about after arriving in Fontaine. Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
And I'm sure Paimon gets it even better.
Paimon sure does.
Yeah, we got in
Paimon's
trouble
been
for
down
that.
this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Kanichi holds onto a house tail, he'll be considered an Almighty Dragon Lord balloon, not a flying Almighty Dragon Lord.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But a how wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon. That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. Something to do with filmmaking. I hear that's all the rage here. I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway, so I think I'll go check it out. It'll be a good chance to let that noisy helium balloon out. He might even learn a thing or two. If you're free, why don't you come along?
Sure, seeing how angry always makes my day.
I know where it is, so let me lead the way.
Yippee! Oh, you're a ways away. All right, let's go. Oh goodness. Oh.
Looks like I remembered correctly. Here we are.
Wow, this is awesome! Hard to believe it was just an empty beach before.
Right, this actually is impressive.
Yeah, it was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I passed by on my way to testify at the Opera House. There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
A few days? One night was all it took. Rap-a-tap-tap.
What was that?
But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
There's something oddly familiar about the way you talk.
Well, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right, the unlucky one.
Oh, good to see you away. The prototype lens has come in handy, by the way.
Of
She made a
course.
camera for
How
us, I
else would
think.
we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
Fantasyland?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical land of fantasy. The
She
stuff of
I think she either
dreams.
made the camera for
I
us,
know it sounds
fancy
like I'm
camera,
laying it on thick, but that really is the goal here.
or it was that photo shoot
As you
event.
can
We had to
see,
take
the theme
pictures of
this
random
amusement park
things for
is
her.
Spontanean filmmaking, a place for all film lovers to come together and co-construct a world of dreams.
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time rather than pouring your entire life savings into a single project.
Nope. I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't thrown all my life savings into it too.
Huh? You've got to be kidding. Ha! Look Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project. If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on! Mockery is all
Me
you shall
too.
get.
Me too.
Straight from
Me
the
too,
heart.
Pauline. Felt.
Sorry, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
Wow, that's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant? You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production.
Mass production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be! And another
It's just
thing,
so funny.
smart is the understatement of the century! I shall have you know that I am Kahulahau, forebear of ancient wisdom! I lived for eons long before any of you were born!
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forebear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no offense.
Idiot meets idiot.
What's all the fuss?
Navia.
Making some new friends, are we?
Hippie.
Miss Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, president of Fontaine.
Ah, she's so
Rosula.
pretty. I love
Oh,
her.
hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon. How have you been lately?
Ah, my trusty partner.
Hello there. I'm Kanich.
What about me? What about me? My useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
You think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners. Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the almighty Dragon Lord by his name. Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
A house totally being treated like a little cuddly pet.
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night. Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light. I couldn't wait a moment longer. The second the approval came through, I reached out to President Navia, hoping she could lend a hand. After all, who else but the Spina di Rosula would indulge such impulsive demands?
She's been dealing with this a lot. You can tell.
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement, as you can see. I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet, so let me fill you in. In short, the Cheval-Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Pauline is hosting this event and also providing technical support.
Huh? Cheval Moran?
That's right, the one and only Surintendant Cheval-Moran!
Right?
After much persistence and many solicitations, I finally obtained Lady Farina's permission to use the image of her close friend. Not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she's also boosting her own popularity. And that was always the goal, a win-win arrangement.
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas. By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now being used for the latest cinematic productions. Thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, and management. For anyone feeling inspired to set up a booth, Miss Lapine Pauline and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once their application has been approved. By the way, traveler, are you at all interested in taking part? It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus, with your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the table.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to, say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
Well, as it happens, that'll be a piece of cake. Everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists or the stall owners themselves. So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the celebrity chef, Miss Escoffier, to run our theme restaurant.
The person we haven't met. Damn, she's working.
You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be in the right ratio! Get it right next time, or you might as well just lie down on the chopping board yourself.
Scoffier, the famous chef and pioneer of Fontaine's precision gastronomy, a culinary movement that takes the rigorous precision and quantitative method that are routine in scientific experimentations and applies them to cooking. In the eyes of her students, she is both a genius who strives for perfection and a stickler whose exacting standards fill them with dread. To create dishes that transcend the sublime, she is constantly pushing the boundaries of flavor.
She seems a bit busy right now.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make a How go be her assistant.
You little... What's your game here?
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your personal attention.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Sure thing. Crabs! No! It dug into the boards. Just hilarious, to be honest. Hey.
The fresh vegetables from the new batch are exceptional quality. I just wish I could say the same about the new staff.
Goofies, be better. Who else can we find? No one, I don't think. I don't think anyone else is here. But there's plenty of crabs.
Traveler, it's you! Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew?
Let's do this.
It's time, dear partner in Paimon, for us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland. As I mentioned, the park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations. Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations, and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Long-term operations? Strategy? It all sounds so complicated. We spend most of our time adventuring and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
Not every big boss went to business school, you know.
That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures. Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival's gonna be run. As you can see, our fantasy land's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. Several areas are still under construction. The Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously. That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated period.
Huh?
Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish. So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle to the most worthwhile tasks. As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on within each time period. Which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora. Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance is gonna be key. Paimon thinks
Oh
she
my
just
God.
about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler?
Sounds right up my alley.
Yep, come on, we can do this. You mentioned standardized strategy guides just now. Does that mean there are non-standard ways to take part too?
Of course. Film and entertainment mean different things to different people, and there's gonna be a wide range of exciting activities for people to try out. If we're not careful, some visitors might wander off and end up getting in trouble, and others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to create a standardized strategy guide for each activity. Just think of it like a walkthrough.
I see, you want me to be your test player.
Wow, if we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises there could be waiting for us. But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us through.
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked all the existing activities before you arrived, and I can assure you that they're all perfectly safe. I also wanted you to experience the activities before anyone else gets to. It'll be fun. Plus, we'd like to hear your thoughts and
Ooh,
suggestions.
I accidentally knocked my mouse.
Ooh, those are two things Navia is best at. Making people feel safe and having fun.
Great! Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important to us. All right then, let's start with Eclectic Escapades and put our first guide together.
I really don't want to do this, to be honest. Oh, I don't want to do this.
All right then, time to try out Eclectic Escapades. I'll leave the strategy guide to you guys.
Okay. Oh no, collect the required number of adventure coins and reach the destination to complete the challenge. I didn't know I was... I mean, I knew I was gonna have to do this, but ugh. So special skills can create acceleration rings. For another character, not only can you speed up the using those skills, you can also use them to dodge obstacles or break through terrain. Okay. Yippee! Yippee! Yippee. No, that was pretty good. That wasn't terrible.
Both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run didn't disappoint.
The challenge format is super easy to get into, and it ties in perfectly with the film theme.
Paimon hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out, she might just be hooked. We should check out the film that it's based on.
Great job, Paimon. That's exactly what our enthusiast friends were hoping you'd say. They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pockets. Where budgets have allowed, of course.
Out of their own pockets?
That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise. The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Some of them have already started designing spin-off products inspired by film characters. Take our official mascot, Surintendant Chevalmoran, for instance. She won second place in the last most popular character poll for the comic film category, and was even dubbed the pinnacle of round bouncy cuteness. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans to mass produce them. These cushions will officially go on sale at the next convention alongside lots of similar products.
Now that you mention it, I kind of want one too.
Sounds irresistible, right? Plus, as Surintendant Chevalmoran's guardian and official image rights agent, Farina will receive 60% of the sales revenue. After all, the fans are doing this voluntarily, not for profit, but to promote Surintendant Chevalmoran's adorable image. The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Chevalmoran's meals will be. And who wouldn't be happy to hear that?
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that. Everyone working hard for something they all love without worrying about profit.
Still, we can't just ignore Mora completely. Whether it's fan creations or official commercial projects, some level of financial balance is still necessary. The same logic applies to the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland taken as a whole. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process. There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress. We'll need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction. There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin board. We've received many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job is to match the best candidates to each attraction based on their overall performance. Once assigned, the staff will keep the attractions running, ensuring a continuous revenue stream.
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely a first for us.
I have a very high standard when it comes to reviewing resumes.
Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? You can't expect everyone else to be as capable as you. Alright, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
Well, anyway, let's do the story. Tired of this.
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now, but I assure you it is entirely necessary.
It is
The sheer
necessary.
lack of standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the kind of customers I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident and then come back to collect them later, bringing ammunition with them.
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
Oh.
Wait, has that happened before?
No, it's just the mention of guns reminded me. Someone did actually leave their gun nearby.
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box. It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
Oh?
Do you think a foreign tourist might have left it behind?
That's what I assumed at first. But the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks, and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there. But I didn't see much point in speculating, so the best thing I could think of was to hand it over to the authorities. I trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to hand it in. Ugh, it was exhausting.
What did the authorities make of it?
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill, as usual. Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions about whose responsibility it was to write the lost and found notice. Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sedine stepped up and immediately called in the Marechaussee Phantom to crack the lock and check if there were any dangerous items inside.
Well,
And
Leek, thank
as
you
it
for the
turned
space
out,
duck. It's been ages
there
since I've seen
was
you.
a gun.
A gun.
That's a dangerous item, alright.
Mind if I ask what kind of gun it was?
The one that shoots things.
Oh yeah,
Goofy.
Mr. Knight, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
It's been since 1907. Yeah.
For the toys I gave you,
Leek,
not
it's
good
nice to
enough for
see you. How are
anymore.
you?
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
You little... How dare you turn your nose up at my gifts! Why
Time for a timeout, old-timer.
Put him in timeout.
Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, do you recall what the gun looked like?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you ask me, it didn't even really look like a gun.
Trying to think of. It's probably just a random NPC.
Give me a second.
who left it.
I'll knock out a quick sketch.
But you've been busy. I see. Yeah, it's been pretty busy on my end too, to be honest. May has not been very kind to me, I don't think. But I think that's kind of been the
Something like this.
vibe for a lot of people. What is that? Leek, thank you so much for the candy bucket. Let me get my candy bucket. Oh, we're running out of things to get. Hold on. Oh. Leek, you got a cherry Laffy Taffy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will be eating this during stream. Thank you. A Laffy Taffy. What's your favorite Laffy Taffy? Mine actually is cherry. Hence why it was in my candy bucket in Halloween.
Whoa, it's so neat and precise.
Sketched by a professional engineer, after all.
It's nothing.
Hmm.
Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing? I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like.
Probably
And
cherry,
it certainly
yeah.
could shoot as well, too.
I think
I confirmed that.
when it comes
with
to
the officer
candy,
from the Marshall
most
Savanta.
anything red is what I go
No,
for.
no, quite the opposite.
Watermelon,
The
I
features
think,
are
would
very
be where I
accurate,
kind of
And it is definitely from
hesitate, but
Please, don't mind
I like
me.
red flavors,
I'm just
cherry,
taking a moment
strawberry,
to admire
you know.
it.
Thanks a lot, Lupine Pauline.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
Not at all. The buzz and excitement you guys bring is exactly what this event needs.
Watermelon on taffy doesn't taste right? No,
dear.
it doesn't.
I'm starting to feel a bit guilty watching everyone else toil away. Guess it's about time I got back to
And I guess I
work,
never
too.
really been too into
But
watermelon in general.
Just before I go,
Like the
one last
watery
thing.
fruits. Watermelon,
Traveler,
cantaloupe, honeydew.
It's wonderful.
Honeydew's
to see
alright,
you.
actually, but
Here's
I'm not
to
really
a
into those kinds of
successful
things.
collaboration.
Cherry is actually my favorite fruit in general, so. Seems like Kanich has something to say. Let's go find a quiet spot.
I'm sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun.
Ooh, you want a fortune slip, I see. It looked ancient.
Correct.
Alright, I got my
It's most likely
little
an
jar
old
of
weapon dug up
fortunes.
from some ancient dragon ruins.
Ow!
Based on my experience,
Let me
it might be more accurate
one
to
out for
refer
you.
to it as a hand cannon. But in Fontaine terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun. Given why I came here,
Alright,
don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic
Beak.
of unknown origin
Hold
would
on.
turn up like this? Out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case. It might have slipped through the cracks.
alright, Leek, your fortune is... Man has a limitless capacity to achieve goodness. Your word is a moment, which is 2 words, but I guess it's 1 moment in Chinese. And your numbers are 36, 11, 25, 3, 1, and 5. Man has a limitless capacity to achieve goodness. I like that one.
Time is of the essence, so I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions.
I think I'll join you.
Perfect. Then we can head out right away.
I almost said I'll judge you. It's true, I will judge him.
Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first, I can wait.
It's one hell of a fortune. Damn right it is. Who else would I even catch up with? What's up, Navia?
When reviewing resumes, pay attention to each applicant's area of expertise.
Thanks for nothing. Fishing street. Now I have to stop what I'm doing to fish. Let's see, where are fishing spots in Fontaine? I don't remember where the fishing spots are in Fontaine. I don't remember where any fishing spots in Fontaine are. Don't worry. We'll stop what we're doing. We'll go fish for 5 minutes. I have no idea where to go. Is it this place? No, it's not. Keep going. Ow! I miss Fontaine. Fontaine's a really good place, to be honest. Sometimes it'd be like that in open world. Yeah, well, when I fished in Fontaine, I literally just did it until I didn't have to do it anymore. Because you get, like, you can buy things from the fishing guilds. They have, like, weapons or whatever. Where the fuck is this goddamn Where the fuck is the fishing guild? Is it here? I think it might be here. Hold on. We might have missed it. Where the fuck is the fishing? My god. We'll go to Mondstadt. I know where the fishing in Mondstadt is. I fished a lot in Mondstadt because you have to catch like 2,000 fish or something.
Ah, it's raining? That's all right. A real problem would be if we could feel water dripping on our heads in the fortress of Meripede. You know, they say if you're scared of the thunder, it's really because you got something else to hide.
I used to fish back in my well, I did. I did fish. I fished a lot. I maxed out the fishing achievement area and I never fish again.
Steady now. What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon?
Grab that fish. That man taught. He just happened to catch two voice lines at once. I promise normally he doesn't talk that much. I don't know if this one's into these cheese balls. No. Okay. Are you into the spicy cheese balls? Pog drops are on. Yeah! Wait, like Genshin drops? You're not. Are you into worms? They gave them voice lines about the weather. They've always had voice lines about the weather. Even Amber has voice lines. They actually have... I think older characters actually have more voice lines. I do like spicy cheese balls. Me too. I also like spicy cheese balls. We'll go to another fishing spot.
They say there's nothing new under the sun, but somehow a picnic in the warm sunshine never gets old.
There it is, the fishing spot. See, I remember these things. I don't forget. You. Man, I missed. Okay. Try that again. You. A true fisher never forgets. It's true. What? Are you denying me my fishing?
You've got it.
You
What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon?
Would you stop saying that goddamn line? Like I said, I fished a lot back in the day. I needed it for that damn achievement.
Victory is up. Whew, that was a tough fight.
I think these big fish are bougie. They like the fancy stuff. Get on my line. Oh yeah. Are you defying me? Well, are you a decoration,
Steady
man?
now. It's the final stretch. Whoa, nice catch.
No, you just take forever to catch. Ugh. Get on. Come on. Yeah, that's what I thought.
You've got it. You got it. Whew, that was a tough fight.
Big ass fish lips. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Whoop. Yeah. No, you're not into worms. Are you into the spicy cheese ball? I don't remember. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yum.
Victory is almost ours. Whoa, nice catch.
Nice catch. Not the worms. Listen. Oh, they... Oh, hey. Oh, this is gonna scare him. Yeah. It's a damn shame. We'll finish up this fishing and then we'll get back. That's been about 5 minutes, to be honest.
You've got it.
But thank you so much for the redeem.
That was a tough
It's nice
fight.
sometimes to just slow down and fish a little bit.
Victory is almost ours. You made that look easy.
Cringe decorations. Ugh.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
Do they fish in your animes? Thank you for the redeem. I appreciate you.
Whew, that was a tough fight.
Is there fishing animes? Actually, I never even thought about that. I think the oldest anime that I'm into is probably Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm not into a lot of the older stuff. I'm not into a lot of the modern stuff either, to be honest, but
Final stretch.
I just kind of pick and choose which animes I'm into.
Is it another Paimon?
Apparently the fish are watching anime, I guess so.
So close. Wow.
Some modern animes are good. I mean, I believe you. I don't know. I'm kind of like a hipster about it. I don't like being into things that other people are into and talking about.
What is it? What is it?
Typically because I don't like engaging in fandom. I'll always get spoiled when I do that. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, it took me... I had to wait until there was, like, a lull in the Demon Slayer fandom to watch Demon Slayer. I'm probably never going to be able to get into Jujutsu Kaisen because that's probably going to be big for a long time, to be honest. That's me with JJK. Yeah, no, literally. Literally, yeah. It's pretty crazy. We were on the same wavelength, honestly. But yeah, I have a hard time getting into animes. And like the older ones, are just more slow, I guess. I don't watch a lot of the older ones. But they're slower. It's hard to get into them. Yu Yu Hakusho was alright. Their intro song was so good. Until they changed it. The second one isn't as good. Yeah. I mostly got into it because my older brother wouldn't shut up about Yu Yu Hakusho. Older ones like Hunter x Hunter, I'm starting to watch it. I was never really into the idea of getting into Hunter x Hunter, especially because I hear there's like a lot of like problematic stuff with it. And I'm not into lengthy stuff. I hate commitment to anything.
Are you mimicking me? Now's not the time. Come on.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
So yeah, I'll never get into Bleach or One Piece or Naruto. Those things are way too long. I'll never do it.
How come you're...
My brothers do bug me a lot
I'm
about getting
guessing
into
Kenichi's
Bleach,
here
and I'll
because of
never
that
do it.
international smuggling case, right? I've heard quite a bit about that.
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First
I need to
time
eat this
abroad and
Laffy
you're
Taffy you
already
gave
making
me.
headlines.
Hold on.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center of attention.
Wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Paimon here too, though.
Come on, Aoife.
Huh?
A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around.
Fair point.
You got me with the wordplay.
Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
Why you're all here, of course.
For vegetables.
Cuckoo.
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Wait, is that right?
It's Cheval Moran.
Ah, right. I keep stumbling over that one.
My shorter one's like Angel
Guess
Beats.
I owe Cheval
Ooh.
Moran an apology.
Angel Beats is
even if
good.
she's not
Yeah.
here.
It wasn't old at the time, but I guess now it is considered old. Angel Beats is definitely a good one. I actually have a list of all things that I've ever liked. And I do have a section of anime that I'm into. If Angel Beats isn't on there, I'm putting it on there because, oh my god. It is a big part of my experience in anime. It wasn't the first one. I think my first anime was probably Sailor Moon, which is about right, you know. Anyway, we should probably focus on this while I do that.
Short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natlan, which is why Eva and I are here.
So, you guys are vegetable couriers?
He is. I'm just here as
all
a
things I've ever
responsible
liked. Here it
adult.
is. My first anime was Corey in
so
the
far away from home,
House.
and all the elders
Funny.
in this tribe are worried.
Kiki's Delivery
So they had
Service
me
is a
come
good
along.
one. That's good.
Even though it's your first time
Anime.
too.
I don't have Angel Beats on here. Are you kidding? I have Afro Samurai on my list of animes, but not Angel Beats. Edit.
Did you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
Wait, what? So
Afro
I'm
Samurai
getting
is
the
fire.
grandson
It is.
treatment now too?
Angel Beats. Thank you
See?
for reminding me
Doesn't
about
matter
that.
how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Meaning everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that?
In theory,
My real one
nothing at
was
all.
Ghost Stories. I imagine you watched the dub.
In that case, guess I better start over.
And the Ghost
Hi,
Stories
guys.
dub is
My
hilarious.
name's Eva, and I just turned 5.
I just turned 5. Nice to meet you, little bro.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore. So,
Pretty much, but it was in Spanish? Oh, really?
if he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we already are.
The Ghost Stories dub was fucking
That's
hilarious.
exactly what's got me worried.
They literally just did
Eva,
whatever they
there's
wanted.
Nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say,
Cromartie High School is also
Kakuku's
pretty
in
funny.
big
It's
duty.
one of those satire
How so?
animes.
He's so small, and all he knows
I
are
think they
few
dropped the.
harmless
No,
phrases.
yeah, they do.
What kind of trouble could he
I'm
even
pretty
get
sure they do
himself
that a
into?
few times
Let me
actually.
guess.
It
Did he get
was.
caught out
It's
by the law
definitely
on
not something
flying
you can
objects?
watch like on stream or in
Oh,
public.
You too?
Not me.
Yeah. Don't
Oh,
don't
that
watch
pesky
the
little
Ghost Stories
chatterbox.
dub in
So that's
public.
why he hasn't interrupted us this
That's
whole time.
that's my
Guess he's too
advice.
scared to show his face.
Early
That
2000s
Plus
were
has
wild. It's
already
true.
spouted enough nonsense for one day.
But yeah,
So
Cromartie
I'll put
High
him
is
on mute until
pretty funny.
tomorrow.
Nice one.
I don't have a lot of other like
If
older
I was even half
ones.
as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on
Osamatsu-san
Kakuku,
is
so he
also
didn't
one
get
of
a
those
chance to
joke
go flying
animes
off.
that I really like. To be fair, you can say the same about Gintama. I only watched a few
Oh, no,
episodes of
bro.
Gintama.
Or rather, did Kakuku get caught by the guards for flying around?
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door.
I know
I
I
wouldn't be
was there.
surprised if
Yeah,
there was
it's
a
true.
high
You were.
stakes pursuit going
You were.
down in there as we speak. Just
I
like
haven't
one
watched a
those
lot of
cool
animes. How
crime
many is in
movies.
here?
Which building? That one?
Yup, that's the one. Kakuku sure has a good eye for
18.
a getaway.
I'm only into
The
18
tallest
animes.
building around.
That's not to say I've only
I
seen
may be
18
able to fly
animes.
up pretty high, but
Probably
checking
just didn't
every
fucking
last
like
window
them.
would still take quite a while. As for Aoife, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
I have not been paying attention to this conversation.
What's this got to do with
I've
how
been
I
too
can
busy
fly?
talking about anime.
Kakuku's got himself into a
I have no
real
idea
mess
what's going
here.
on.
Like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying.
Oh, you know what?
I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important
There's like
documents
this
are
one
flying about.
gambling anime,
Left,
like
right, and center.
Kakaguri or something.
Heck yeah. If
I remember
anyone can
starting
pull it
that,
off, it's Kakuku.
and I never finished
He's
it.
always been such an awesome
It was a
source.
little freaky, I won't
I believe in
lie.
him.
The gambling anime is a bit for freaks. In other words, right now in this building there could be one awesome Saurus, or there could not be not one, but two. There we go. Netflix, how did they? They made an adaptation, huh? I bet it was
Can you
underwhelming.
even hear yourself, bro?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never make light of something like that.
All right. Everyone's an awesome Saurus.
They call it
Well,
bets, and it
the human
sucks.
version.
Yeah,
Priority
that's what
right
I
now
thought. That's what I
should be to
thought.
Go in there and check up on Kukuku.
As it happens, Kanichi and I were just heading over to the Palais Marmonia for something else.
Leave it to us.
Yumiko
You
calls
sure?
herself the god.
Awesome. That'll
Are
be a
you
huge help.
serious?
And
Oh,
if
that's
Kukuku
hilarious.
doesn't listen to you, I give you permission
That
to
is
pull out
hilarious.
a couple of his feathers.
Wait, since when was that up to you?
Yeah, I never
Well,
finished
then it's your call,
Kagaguri
bro.
or whatever.
All right then.
I started
If
it because
Kukuku
my
doesn't
friend was
listen to
really
you,
into it.
I also
but I
give you
never finished
permission
it.
to pull out a couple
The
of his
problem is, I
feathers.
watched that up on.
There you go.
I
If he
watched that
objects to that, tell him to come
upstairs
find us.
on the television in the living room where anyone could walk in and
Trust
see
me.
what was happening. And that is not the anime that you do. That is not the anime that you watch in public, okay? For different reasons than Ghost Story.
Back when we first met Kukuku in the wild and I begged you to take him under your wing, I never imagined you'd end up spoiling him rotten.
And I never imagined you'd be nagging me about it.
Oh, well, I definitely saw that coming.
Huh?
Okay.
You're only 5 years old after all.
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about calling him 5 years old. I was not paying attention to this conversation. I have no idea what they're saying. Genuinely. Chat got me yapping.
Nothing new there. The first few days of every month are always noisy.
What's all that commotion? Are they arguing in that?
There are strange noises coming from Monsieur Nouvelet's office. Oh, his Nouvelet. I should probably change so it's not weird. So we don't reach a time paradox. Anyway.
No way, bro.
I love both of these men so much.
Did he
In
say
a
he
way
came
that's
from
harmful to
Natlan?
feminism.
No.
Get out of here.
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh no.
For real now.
He keeps repeating
Clip.
the same
I don't have
things
the
over
clip
and
function,
over again.
sadly.
Oh, you know one another.
You have to do it physically yourself. He's a bro of a bro.
He's a friend. Yeah.
I should probably just
friend of a
enable
human friend.
exclamation mark clip, shouldn't I?
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner. Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Nouvelet.
For real?
Traveler. Was there something
Rosario
important
plus
you wanted to
vampire.
discuss with the
Oh,
Udex?
right.
I'm just
I
about done
watched
with my
that
business
too.
here.
I even
Need me
named
to
one of
step
my
out?
stuffed animals
Stay
after
and hear them out first. Perhaps
the
it will
main
have some
character
bearing
of
on
all
your own
things.
work.
Ugh.
If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
you are the
Yeah.
same Mr. Kanichi
Yeah.
who served
Yeah.
as a
I
witness in the
remember
smuggling trial?
Rosario plus vampire.
I take it there's been a further development in the
He's
case.
since gone under
right.
a name
Very
change. But
perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Nervalet before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman,
yeah, this other gentleman.
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Wow, that sounded
It's so
just like
cute
me.
you named your stuffed.
But
I name all
should
of my
we
stuffed
really
animals.
discuss official
I don't know if
business
you
in front of
remember.
the Saurian?
I have
Oh no.
a Goomba, a stuffed
I
Goomba,
believe he
Goomba,
said,
and his name is Gumbo.
or rather, I suppose he meant, that he'll keep this to himself.
And
Though I should
have
mention, Mr. Cuckoo,
I have a
that
pig,
we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality
Bart's got
agreement.
me a stuffed pig, and I named him Sweetie. I think. This is a bit strange, but they really are a great pair of awesome Sauri.
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kanichi, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the
A pig
case?
named Sweetie, yes.
yes.
Yeah.
let me fill you in.
I also have an evil axolotl. His name is Pepito. Kenny tells Nuvolet and Risley about Lupine Pauline finding the gun. Hold on, chat, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, this evil axolotl. His name is Pepito. I'm a ways from my mic, so I'm yelling. I don't know if it's necessary. But yeah. And I have that chain chomp. I have a stuffed chain chomp. And his name is Jambalaya. And I have a stuffed Kirby. His name is Kerbo, obviously. Adorable. Thank you. Yes. Yes, I have quite a few stuffed animals. I don't have names for all of them. But I have names for a lot of them. Kerbo, yeah. That's his name. Oh! I have this stuffed cat. And her name is Meowsart. Like Mozart, but meow. And a stuffed spider whose name is Biticle, like Michael, but bite. And I was into puns at the time. But yeah, I have. That's silly. Yeah, I like I think normally I'm not into like I'm not into like attaching myself to inanimate objects, but stuffed animals are the exception, and I will do it every time. And I actually have this trio of stuffed animals. And they're a family. I don't remember all of their names off the top of my head. I have like an itty bitty one, and then a regular sized one, and then a gigantic one. And the regular sized one, his name I call him the General, cause he's been through the war. He's my oldest stuffed animal I have, actually. Like you can tell, his like fur is faded. And his neck is loose because I used to sleep with him all the time. So yeah, the general has has been through a lot, to be honest. But yeah, he's got a family. It's very sweet. They all are like light furred bears. Very cute. But yeah, I'll have to think about their names. I don't remember. They got lore? Yeah! It's true. I forgot. I actually ended up sending this gift to this stuffed animal to a friend, but I had a rainbow colored dog. And his name was Gay Rights the dog. Obviously. Anyway, Kanish tells Nuvolet and Risley about finding the gun. Nuvolet makes inquiries with the relevant personnel, and sure enough, they locate the box and the gun that Lupine Pauline spoke of.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lupine Pauline's sketch! That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked the suspect.
That's
I remember the bears' names now.
I see.
Dog
Mr.
is making a
Kanish,
movement.
thank
He
you for reporting this
is.
promptly.
Yes.
I'll arrange for the
He
Maréchal Phantom to
supports
investigate
gay
right away.
rights. It's true. I want him at a
We
carnival,
shall begin
actually.
by questioning the prisoners in custody. Ridesley. I'll sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry. That would be much appreciated.
I need these men.
It's lucky that the Palais
carnally,
Mermonia
actually.
wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this gun's lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation,
But yeah, I
and you
remember
need my
the
help,
bears' names,
feel free to
actually.
reach out anytime.
We have the small one and the regular one and the big one, and the regular sized one is the general because he's been through the war. And the big one is Ursa Major and the small one is Ursa Minor. The Ursa family. I forgot I named them after the constellation.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
The whole family. Yeah. They're cute.
Miss me, bro?
Do you miss
He
me?
really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from?
A couple of top bros from Natlan.
Huh. Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kakuku qualifies as a flying
I still have a few
object.
stuffed animals to name.
And following on from our
I
conversation
have a
just
piranna
now,
plant.
he also needs
I've
to
just
sign
been
a
using Petey
confidentiality
as
agreement.
the fill-in because of
Drafting
Petey
said
the piranha
agreement may
plant.
take
But I
some
don't want his name
time.
to be Petey, actually.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while.
And I also
then,
have
Kakuku.
this snowman
Excited?
I want to name. Don't know what to name it, though. I can help pass a message on to his friends.
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
Don't mention it.
All right then, we'd better get going.
No need to see us off. Unless... I want to see them one day. Shall
I know
lurk
you
for now?
mentioned a
Well,
while
thank you
back
so
that
much for
people
sticking
from
around.
Natlan would soon start showing
Thank
up
you
all
so
over
much
the
for
world.
sticking around and for
But I
chatting
hadn't
with me. I
expected anything like
appreciate
this.
it. I hope you
seems no
enjoy what
matter
you have
where
to
they
do,
come
and I
from,
will see
all
you
dragons are
later.
inquisitive by nature.
You can say that again, bro.
The same might well be said for humankind. The real reason you chose to stay to investigate this case was your curiosity about Natlan and Mr. Kakuku, was it not?
Still want to see those plushies?
Guilty as
I'll-
charged.
Maybe I'll post
Nothing
them in
gets
the
past you.
Discord one day. We'll have to
So,
see.
How about we take this opportunity to chat a little more? We've got the world's best translator on hand, after all.
Sure thing, bro.
Damn, that's crazy. It's a gun! I love that they don't have to do this. They did not have to do this, but they did. God bless. That's hilarious. Okay, let's go. Alright.
Aurora and Aoife, we found Kakuku.
What's the situation? How bad is it?
There's some good news and some bad news.
Oh no. When I saw that Kakuku wasn't with you, I'd already prepared myself for the worst.
Kakuku's
Relax,
dead.
Aoife. Maybe Kakuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
It's not that bad. Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
Even had an interesting chat with some veritable VIPs.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kakuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Marmonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
You'll just have to wait a bit longer.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
All right, bro.
Yay! Problem solved! Alright, let's catch up another day!
Wait until the morning of the day after tomorrow. Okay, let's see. Oh, I forgot how long this takes. Why does it take so damn long?
Exploration and trial.
It's been a few days. Ban on flying objects should be over by now. Let's head over to the Palais Mermonia to see how Kukuku's doing.
Let's go. Meow. Everyone's minding their business this time.
Hey everyone, we're here! Oh hey, my little dudes! Good morning!
Morning, little dude.
Oh wow, Kukuku's learned a new greeting! Is that good news or bad news though?
Is that good news or
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time?
He spent 2 days trying to get this bird to say good morning. God bless. He's just a little stupid. Anyway, Luca, thank you for the hydrate. I have my water here. Big sip, just for you. Woo. Thank you for the redeem. I appreciate it. I think that means no. And a posture check. Thank you. Ow, 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 ow.
Please tell Paimon there's been some other progress too.
Of course. That's why I'm here.
Ooh,
Kukuku's
thank you
not
for
the
the
only one that Mr. Risley's been getting to talk.
I definitely needed that.
I'm referring, of course, to the convicts.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natlan. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics. But all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine.
Ooh, Acts 2. Why is the loading a how? Hello? I do not enjoy this. I do not enjoy this loading screen. That's hilarious,
Boss,
though.
do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Creating a diversion.
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natlan.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security. So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Good job, Kanich.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now,
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passers-by.
That's only natural. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Kanich, you did great.
in other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Sounds like Mr. Kakuku wants to chime in?
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
It's a good observation, I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
This is a relic left behind by Natlan's ancient dragon civilization. It's a genuine antique, so it must be of great value. A genuine treasure lost by the roadside, yet still remains unreported and unclaimed. Doesn't seem like an accident. No, if someone left it there on purpose, why would someone leave such a valuable antique out in the middle of nowhere? Was the plan for someone to come to pick it up?
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh? Oh, wow! No way, bro!
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Ooh. Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so does that mean they executed the hostage?
Paimon, stay calm. We haven't heard of any missing people.
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
About this... the gun was placed in a locked box and hidden away. Clearly the seller wanted to keep their identity a secret. After receiving the instructions, the buyer would have gone to the designated spot with the money to pick up the goods. To ensure they actually got paid, the seller would likely have been watching the buyer. Before the buyer could show up, Lupine Pauline found the goods by chance while setting up the event. Due to the unexpected arrival of Film Fantasyland, the deal had to be called off. Sorry, what was this? Okay,
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rosula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
good job, Lupine Pauline.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
How so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea if that swings it for you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
I wonder who.
I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kanich. Speaking of pets...
Get out of here! Out of here!
Yep, that's the plan. Out of here indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
You're the best, bro! Oh, that really is good news! Travelers, should we bring Kukuku back to Aoife and Auroran?
Might
I
as
shall
well.
leave him in your capable hands.
No problem. Oh, no, let's keep in touch.
Indeed.
For real. No, I can't say that on stream. No? Okay. Alright. Well.
Ah. You know, all this has made me realize that I'd quite like to have a pet.
If that proves inconvenient within the fortress of Meripede, perhaps you should consider finding a place in the court of Fontaine.
That actually sounds like a good idea.
Is Risley
In
moving?
the past, I always dismissed the idea of buying a property in the city. The prophecy about the floods meant it never seemed like a worthwhile investment. But now...
This might be a good time for you to re-examine the documents I gave you regarding your title as Duke.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what? What are we whatting at?
Citizens with honorary titles are eligible for certain benefits when purchasing property in the court of Fontaine.
Really?
How about this? You read through your documents from start to finish, while I write up the lost and found notice.
He's doing the what? He's moving to Fontaine. He's moving to Fontaine. I can't wait. Which means I won't have to go underground to the prison to visit him anymore. Meow. It would have been easier to teleport. Alas. I'm goofy. Yep, there's a how.
A how?
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Oh, nice dodge.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. Did you miss me, bro?
Cuckoo, you're free!
Ugh, not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, other granny. And hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all. Thanks for bringing Kukuku back.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face! I dare you.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet. Let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Sounds good to me.
Poor How. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Aoife, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Ah! Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail?
Amidst the racket, you briefly explain what happened with Kakuku to Aoife and Auroron. Hearing that Kakuku now has permission to move around freely, a How's face goes even redder than before.
Don't lose hope, Ahau. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such restaurant!
Anyway, thanks for looking after a How, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why you?
Once Kukuku One Kakuku delivered as promised.
Between the two, Kakuku wins the cuteness competition hands down.
Ah, getting picky now, huh?
Ah, really? Thanks! Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
Wait until 8 the next day. Goodness gracious. But that should mean that we're on the last legs of the event story. Story event, rather. Yippee! The quest currently... Please? Oh, dear. What? Location is currently... Complete that quest or enable focus mode to continue. What other quests? What is it conflicting with? Hello? What could you possibly be conflicting with? Oh, nothing important is the problem. Yeah, let's... Where am I? Here? Story quest. Yeah, who cares? Who cares? Let's go. Meow.
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Ah, hello, you two.
Have there been any developments? Okay, guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at...
Special Patrol, open up!
Oh.
Ah! Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol?
I don't think that's who this is.
Someone's knocking at the door. Please, anything but the Special Patrol.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes. Let's go check it out.
A guard from the Palais Marmonia carefully opens the door.
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts and uncles.
Aunts and uncles.
What in the Tevet are you doing here, Auroran?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kakuku's owner?
Not
One
quite.
of his owners. Kind of. But, bro, what are you doing here?
Bro.
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Can't tell if he's being deadpan or deadly serious.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
The youngest looking middle-aged man in the world. I apologize for my grandson bursting in like this.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job. Completely different things.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry to show the people inside you had something important to discuss.
Right.
Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
No need. Let's just get down to business.
So, Auroran, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose?
Yeah, so basically...
Auron carefully describes the last item he's come to claim from the style of the...
For real
okay.
now? Oh, come on, bro.
Is arresting my dear grandson what it's come to?
Auroran, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun.
Aoife has his own gun. Auroran, tell us the truth. Otherwise, we're gonna have to arrest you for real.
All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the Cour de Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers, so he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroran, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys. Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kakuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
Nicely done, bro.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife is. Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here.
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler.
Came for the
Paimon,
streamers, stayed for
you're
the
pretty
shenanigans.
famous
There's a
in
lot
that
of
way,
shenanigans.
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Well, it's not just us. Kanich or Auron and Aoife too. Hi, Dimbard. I hope your
Would that
Thursday's
be a
going well.
problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking Auroran to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroran to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kanich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelet too, stay here for the time being.
I get to hang out with
We'll empty the
Nivelet.
box, give it to Auroran, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
I had to drop a thing off at a person's house today and ended up staying for a few hours. Hell yeah. Playing with goats? Like the animal? Do they have goats on their property? That's
I
cool.
think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of
Goat simulator in real
So,
life.
I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
They had 4
that.
goats and one was
Over
a
and out.
baby. Oh, hell yeah. Head to the plaza as planned.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroran has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
The rooster was checking. Oh, for real. That's hilarious. Oh, hold on. Don't worry, chat. For being super low-key. The man running away from Kakuku.
Nothing suspicious going on here either. Strange. Maybe we're overthinking this?
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking! Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control!
The heck are you on about?
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the?
Dimbard wants a
Thing
fortune
has a
slate.
job? So in that land,
Yeah.
they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
I have my jar here.
Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku.
Master Kakuku.
Emotional damage! Alright,
Dimbard, thank you.
That'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Alright, Dimbard, I have your fortune here. I should pause this. Your fortune is: there's nothing more dangerous than an idea if it's the only one you have. Your word is pair, and your numbers are 28, 27, 19, 7, 35, and 54. There's nothing more dangerous than an idea if it's the only one you have.
Lauren actually looks pretty serious.
I
this
heard
time.
there's no one more dangerous than
Clueless
it.
earlier? Interesting.
Huh?
Think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
Perhaps.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't recognize you, right?
Right?
So
Boredom
I
is
got it,
dangerous.
but I don't remember promising
It like the
I'd hand
IT
it over.
department. Oh.
Huh?
IT. I never
This
enjoy
thing's
working with
pretty
IT.
cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
His life.
No,
hangs
so
in the
he's the
balance?
seller, isn't he?
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Enough. More than enough.
You shouldn't just call out the man trying to help you.
Who's
Whatever.
this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truthful answers appreciated, of course.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the ability to protect our citizens?
No, I mean, yes, of course they do. Please ask away.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story from the beginning.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't resist. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare old relics, and to be
And IT
completely
department
honest,
that would
if
wait until
someone's
I was
selling, I'm
off to
buying.
message me about
I
a
don't
problem.
care to ask where they sourced their goods. As for
Even
the
though they-
seller of this particular
yeah.
item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right? Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work.
No.
That was not what we'd agreed. But I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Feeling smug now, are we?
No, please go easy on me.
Please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I?
The very awkward silence,
Well,
very
anyway,
awkward silence.
I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry I underestimated the pair of
Jimbo,
you.
thank you for the space duck.
I need you to clear something up for me.
I appreciate
You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live. Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Fair. That makes sense. So, Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento.
Okay.
Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in those gangster films? Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the Fontanian Sea.
Shh, can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case. A trip to the Opera Epiclese seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
I love when he uses those handcuffs. Unrelated to anything. I just...
Do I really? Please tell me what to do.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot. If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two, protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro!
See, Mr. Kakuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. And out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes. In that case, I understand completely.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest. Then it's settled. Thanks for your help. Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
It went smoothly, on the whole.
Risley recounts what happened. It all makes perfect sense, but somehow it feels like Risley has glossed over a lot of the bro talk.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to.
This is a little specific, dude.
Or, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Marechaussee Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without delay. When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
Leave it to us.
We'll be waiting for the good news.
Okay, so we need part 3 done, huh?
On the topic of kidnapping cases, how exactly do we define the subject of a kidnapping? According to the regulations, I mean. Aside from humans, do pets count? What about sentient non-human beings? Of course, melazines go without saying, but what about a being like a cuckoo?
I am surprised that you are unfamiliar with the legal provisions on this matter.
If I knew all the laws like the back of my hand, I wouldn't have ended up in the fortress of Meripede, would I?
That is no laughing matter, Risley.
It's a little fucked up. It's a little fucked up, dude. You had to... I can't spoil, but that's... Why would he joke about that? Wait till the morning of the day after tomorrow. Nyom, nyom. Why would he joke about it? That's crazy. I mean, it's his own past. He can joke about it if he wants. But still... Okay. Time passes so slowly when you're speeding through it.
Novelette sent someone to contact us this morning. That must mean there's been some progress. No time to waste. Let's head out.
Unless I stare at Mawika more. She is gorgeous. God bless her. Nyom. Nyom.
Hey, everyone. We're not late, are we?
No, you're just in time. Well rested, I trust?
Staying busy keeps you sharp.
A great way to stay energetic, certainly.
Have you all started preparing?
We received word from Mr. Argento yesterday,
Argento.
confirming the
I
time
like that
and
name.
location of the transaction. It'll take place this afternoon, and it turns out it'll be somewhere we all know pretty well, too. The film Fantasyland restaurant.
Oh, really? Huh. He sure does like that place.
But
Seems like you share our concerns, Traveler.
Indeed. Capturing someone in a crowded event venue will be much more challenging than in an open area. The criminal might try to blend in with the crowd, or even escape by taking hostages. In light of this, we've had to make additional preparations. As soon as we received the news yesterday, we began coordinating with the Marechaussee Phantom and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Mm-hmm. We'll be deploying lots of undercover agents on site. If things go south, the safety of the civilians will be our top priority. Of course, fingers crossed, everything will go without a hitch.
I noticed a bunch of familiar faces from the previous case, like Captain Chevrolet of the Special Patrol, so I'm feeling optimistic.
We'll trust your instincts then. Oh, yeah, and by the way, we've also been in communication with Miss Lapine Pauline and Miss Navia.
The Spina di Rosula will provide support within a controlled scope, so there's no need to worry.
The only potential issue is with Miss Escoffier.
she doesn't want to serve criminals?
It would be easy if it were that simple. All right, no more jokes. Miss Escoffier has made it clear that she doesn't want her restaurant to suffer any losses as a result of this operation. But, well, I have a feeling things might not go quite as smoothly as she hopes.
Is there anything I can do?
To be honest, we shouldn't have dragged you into this in the first place, and it's caused you quite enough trouble already. The Fontanian authorities should be able to handle the rest from here. But still, I'm guessing you'd like to see how it all turns out.
Definitely.
Well then, feel free to head down to the scene, but just stay alert and play it by ear. You won't necessarily have to do anything, unless things go pear-shaped, of course.
I'll do my best to ensure that things don't escalate to that point.
You're getting involved too, Kanich?
Of course. There are still a lot of unanswered questions, but our intel so far indicates that the culprit's from Natlan. Plus, I'm already a witness in this case. Might as well see this thing through to the end.
I suppose.
That's the Kanich we know and love.
The group goes on to discuss the specifics of the operation and things to watch out for. For once, the conversation goes surprisingly smoothly, perhaps because Ahau and Kakuku aren't present. It's just as well, really. Things could have gotten awkward if Ahau showed up and started cursing out Nouvellette. Of all people. Oh, Ahau and Nouvellette team up. What is that? I need to see that.
Well, that's enough of the small talk. The operation's scheduled for the afternoon. If we're quick enough, we'll even have time for a few cups of tea before we leave.
Oh, and let's grab something to eat too. Can't work on an empty stomach, you know.
But won't you just be watching?
And rooting for you. It's a very important job.
Yeah,
Alright.
okay.
I'll head over to the venue now. Ahau's been harping on for days now about this event-exclusive meal he wants to try. Guess I might as well shut him up sooner rather than later. See you in a bit.
I look forward to hearing how it all goes.
Price of it. Mm. Head to the target location. Let's go. Oh, are we gonna need that location? Oh, we might need a location in that land to return the piece. I see. The relic. Okay. Stop. I'm not doing this. Jump scare.
This beach seems to be getting livelier by the day.
It's only been one day. Thanks in part, surely, to the undercover agents.
Traveler, Paimon's getting kinda hungry. Let's go check out the restaurant menu, shall we?
The guy with the case, that's got to be him. Alright, it's business time. No? Oh, special cutscene!
Your friend thought you might be thirsty. Won't you stay and drink it?
Charlotte's there too.
I tend to steer clear of drinks left out in the open.
But you sat here.
You're surrounded. Give up and come with.
You lousy swine!
You lousy swine!
Stop right there!
This is so cool.
A surprise performance! Wow, how lucky we are!
Lucky we are!
After him!
This is so good. Oh my god.
Sorry, my guy. Unlicensed and illegally docked. This boat's not going anywhere.
Obvious. Oh, that shit's so good. Oh, this is good. This is great. Charus. Lowly worm.
Higher than the almighty Dragon Lord! Who's stealing my fun? Ah, you again! You're driving me crazy! Oh, wow, bro!
Dude, what the hell? They're people fishing.
All right, that's a wrap.
That is such a good cutscene.
You can't just drag someone around like that.
That is so good. Oh my god. Even like to previous stuff, that was great.
Will you now? I think I did you a favor by pulling you away from your audience. Saved you some face at the very least. As for whether you were facing up or down along the way, well, that was your decision, wasn't it?
Why, you... all right, I admit it. I was in the wrong. Oh, of course I know the difference between right and wrong, but I had no choice. I desperately needed the money. I was an expert on ancient relics. Not only did I have a successful career, but a happy family too. But my son, I never imagined he'd turn out this way. Fell in with the wrong crowd and ended up shoulder deep in gambling. We had some savings, but he drained them away like a waterfall. Once he fell into debt, he had creditors regularly coming over to threaten and intimidate him. I'm his father. How could I just stand by and watch him suffer like that? Oh, my son is about the same age as you are. If only he could have turned out more like you. That's the only reason I needed the money. Please, believe me. You... Please, kid, I'm begging you. Help me. I see you're from Natland too. That makes us brothers. Please.
Oh, that doesn't mean anything, actually.
I still have a chance to help my son straighten himself out. But only if I get back. If I go to prison now, he'll be doomed, I tell you, doomed! And isn't standing together and fighting for a better future what families do? Our fate is in your hands, young man. Please, have a heart.
Something wrong, Kanich? Gone soft, have we?
I don't believe a word you say.
Damn.
Wriothesley had you just about figured out. You're a gambler. Pure and simple.
A gambler? Me? Nonsense! I told you, it's my son!
First of all, are you really from Natlan? You've been keeping tabs on the gun's whereabouts this whole time. You should have recognized at least one familiar face by now. On top of
Damn,
that,
they calling people up.
way you
They
threatened to
do.
sue me,
They do be calling people up.
spoken like a true Fontanian, if you ask me.
Huh? What kind of logic is that? I can explain. I actually grew up in...
I don't want to hear another word. Ahow, here's your chance. Shut someone else up for once.
Shut someone else up for once.
The moment I've been waiting for. Eat this, scumbag!
Hmm?
Being a compulsive liar is one of the hallmarks
Gamble
of a
where?
diehard gambler.
I told you, this is where the gambling
I bet you're
is.
just a Fontanian pretending to be from Natlan. Even if you have any friends or family to speak of, I'm guessing they've long since cut all ties with you. And you have your depraved ways to thank for that. Of course, I might be wrong.
I'm just beating him up.
But does
What the
that
hell?
matter? I'm just here to arrest you. If you're looking for an advocate or a shoulder to cry
My
on,
dreams look
you're out
like
of luck.
this.
Besides, prying the truth out of you is exactly what your beloved courts are for. Isn't that right?
That's right. Oh, they don't have Chevroux. Oh, they don't have Chevroux voiced. It's been a while, Mr. Kinich. The Special Patrol will take this criminal off your hands now.
Many thanks.
Please, I should be the one thanking you for all the help you've given us.
And me? What about me? So rude. You should be bowing down in gratitude to the almighty Dragon Lord.
This thing is crazy. As you wish. My thanks to you and also to Mr. Kakuku for your show-stopping performances. And she's gone.
Hey, what do you mean? Hold it right there!
Are you okay, Kinich?
Don't worry. I'm fine. I wasn't the one who just got dragged all the way here.
You seem a little upset just now.
Little Kinich, thinking back to when you were just an itty-bitty boy, Kinich, aren't ya? Aw, don't start crying like a little baby. I am the almighty Dragon Lord! No servant of mine will be seen acting so weak and pathetic.
Stop showing us your butthole!
What about?
Bad, how bad.
Still, I suppose there's no point hiding it from you. To put it plainly, I can't stand gamblers. They're the most irresponsible people in the entire world. No respect for the principle that you have to give in order to get. They'll tell 1,000 lies for a single coin, deluding themselves into thinking they can use it to gamble their way to a vast fortune. But we all know that even when it looks like you're getting something for free, there's always an unseen cost. In the past, I also ended up paying a price for my father's gambling losses. I don't want anyone else to end up in a similar situation if I can help it.
Kinich.
Don't feel sorry for me.
We spend millions on you. It's true.
They say that people are shaped by their past.
It's true. You guys don't even want to
I've made
know
it
how
this
much
far,
I spent trying to C6
I must have done a
R5
lot of things
Risley.
right.
It's mental.
We should never punish ourselves for the mistakes of others. Instead, I choose to remember the moments that helped me grow. Like when I first learned to use a grappling hook. Or the very first time I yearned for knowledge.
I get it.
Yeah, I believe you. Let's get going. If we don't head back soon, we'll cause more unnecessary worry.
Return with Kinich.
Rev the engines.
Hi.
Yay! Traveler Kinich, you're back!
And so is Charlotte, who is not
We just
voiced.
saw Trevor's taking the criminal away! with herself.
Well, it did go smoother than expected.
So after so much running in circles, turns out he had no fight in him, huh? Guess running away was the only trick up his sleeve. Oh, also, Risley said to let you know that he's already left. He went to report back to the Palais Mermonia. Apparently, the Mara show say Phantom's preparing to carry out an in-depth investigation into illegal gambling activities. Sounds like they'll have their hands full.
Hmm.
Anyway, that's for the Palais to worry about, not really our concern.
Judging by how fast the Duke took off, I'd say he was avoiding my camera. I guess I'm used to that by now.
Hey, it's not like you to give up so easily, Charlotte.
It's fine. I got plenty of other great shots back there. More than enough for a front page spread. And on that note, this busy reporter needs to scoot. Those photos won't develop themselves.
Make sure you pick the best shots of Paimon.
I hope she didn't get any shots of you. You weren't involved.
Oh, already gone. Hope she heard that.
You can trust her judgment, Paimon. She's a professional photographer. Photographer, rather. Photographer. Technically correct. Whatever.
But what took you all so long to get here? Did something happen?
A How bonked his head and started crying. Yeah, that one. yeah.
Rumors and slander!
I'll take any opportunity to bug a How.
The whole How ever sunk to such sniveling?
Often, actually.
Anyway, what's next?
To be honest, I haven't decided yet. At the moment, I've got nothing urgent to get back for. And in any case, the court might need me to testify again. Plus, that gun's still a key piece of evidence. I'll probably have to wait until the case is closed before I can return it to Natlan. So, I guess I'll be sticking around to enjoy the beach a little longer.
Now what? Is that it? Is it done? Chat, are we done? Only 2.5 hours in? That's a steal. Usually we have to spend 3, maybe even 4 hours in. I know. Let's see. Do I have to do this now? I don't want to do this. Whatever. They made me do that one.
Looks like this particular employee is really getting into their role.
Wishing them success on the job. I saw Kenichi out in the background.
You sound more like bosses than I do. In any case, with this, the Cheval-Moran Film Fantasyland is now officially open. Running a theme park is a long-term
I see
project.
them in the background.
You won't make much if you try and rush it. We're just about done with our current work setup, so let's take a short break and wait for this cycle's revenue report to come in.
You.
Earlier on, that lady with the pink hair took a picture of a How and Kakuku together.
You sound a little disappointed. Were you hoping to be in it too?
I was at first. But after seeing how awkward a How looked, I figured I wouldn't really fit in.
Huh? And you didn't think of sharing this any sooner? I'd have cuddled your neck and smiled for the camera! Anything to get out of being in the same frame as that thing!
Really? Well, no worries, you still can. Come here, Give us a hug.
Give us a
I hope
hug.
your face is ready, because it's about to get flame roasted!
I got your back, bro. Yeah.
Kanichi, have you thought about maybe ditching that little rascal? Leaving him here for good when you leave?
I have.
I have.
But given that a Hao's also an old relic, that would probably count as international smuggling. I can't bring myself to knowingly break the law.
Guess we all have our problems in life.
Hmm. Hmm.
Try and stop me!
Does it feel like all your troubles just melt away when you're at the Cheval Marin Film Festival? I got 2 pieces of good news for you. Which one would you like to hear? Let's start with the most... Hit me with the lighter one. Okay, so I finally escaped the wild ride of risky business ventures and landed some steady work. Thanks to some inspiration from you and Miss Charlotte, I tweaked the camera lens for image recognition sample collection and turned it into a high-precision zoom photography assistant. The new generation product hit the market right as camera lens was evolving, and now many directors and merchants have started working with me. I suppose you could say I'm a rising supplier in the film industry now. People trust my devices. That's why I was chosen to help build Cheval Marin Film Fantasyland. Of course, my finances are still a bit unpredictable, but at least they're a lot more stable than before. Congratulations. Same to you, same to you. I owe it all to you. One day I'll treat you to a feast worth at least 280,000 more per meal. What about the other one? Alright, then I'll begin with the one that's most exciting for you. I'm giving you the prototype to the composite hunter's bow. Ooh. The prototype? Many years ago, a weapons research team at the Fontaine Research Institute developed a prototype to push the limits of long-range bow performance. They hired my outsourcing team to design the sight for it. But then both the Maison Gardenage and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol adopted muskets as their standard issue and stopped ordering bows in bulk since they require so much training to master. The research team and my outsourcing group were disbanded, and this prototype ended up in my hands until recently. A sci-fi film about mechanically enhanced warriors borrowed that bow as a prop. The invisible protagonist, the Prophet, used it to silently take down all sorts of enemies. Thanks to that, the bow gained quite a following among sci-fi film fans, so I brought it here to showcase. But why give it to me? Because you're the heart and soul of Cheval Marin Film Fantasyland, the one who brings all the legendary characters together. After fans learned about the bow's original purpose, they all hoped it could find its way into the hands of a true master, someone who could unleash its full potential. As a renowned ace adventurer, even if you're not a bow expert yourself, I'm sure you'll find someone who can wield it with skill and bring out its true power. Once things settle down at the Cheval Marin Film Fantasyland and most fans have had a chance to see it, I'd like you to take it and carry on its legacy beyond the silver screen. Wow, I'm so flattered. No need for formalities between us. Just promise me you'll put it to good use. I hope you and your bow-wielding buddy have a blast with it. It's going on, Amber.
The fresh vegetables from the new batch are exceptional quality.
You said that. Well done. Numbers like these speak for themselves. This report's nothing short of a business masterclass. Cycle 2. We'll end stream soon. We're not gonna do the whole gaming event.
The numbers might not look that impressive, but given that we're just getting the ball rolling, I'd say that wasn't a bad start. Building on this momentum, we must consider rolling out more unique business strategies during the next cycle. To draw in the crowds, I've invited one of Fontaine's very own celebrity chefs, my good friend Escoffier. She'll be performing right here in the amusement park's restaurant. On that note, let's go catch up with her.
So, is the restaurant part of our business strategy too? There are so many layers to this operation.
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location will make for a unique dining experience. The beautiful scenic reflections in the water create a stunning backdrop, lifting diners' spirits and allowing them to truly savor their meals. Ingredients, check. Cooking utensils, check. Looks like we're ready to rumble.
Hey there, Escoffier!
Oh, my employers are here. The president of the Spina di Rasula, plus the famous traveler and Paimon. I must say, you seem a bit overqualified to be running a film-themed amusement park.
I'd say that if anyone here was overqualified, it would be the former head chef of the Hotel de Boer. Wherever you walk, the aroma of fine cuisine follows in your wake.
Let's get back to business. I'm guessing you want the traveler to help me decide the theme dish for each cycle, right?
Theme dish?
This is the business strategy I mentioned earlier. Using Escoffier's
How much exposed
top-tier
skin does
dishes
she
to
have?
attract more visitors
This
to the
isn't
park.
safe for the kitchen.
But this isn't just about attracting visitors. Her culinary masterpieces will surely have other surprising effects. Just imagine, Paimon, if all you needed was a single ticket to enjoy all the attractions and taste all the legendary food. Wouldn't you be tempted?
Then Paimon come every single day.
Do you do annual passes?
Now, here's the twist. To get the most out of this strategy, the menu can't be made public. Based on research by a certain food branding consultant, many restaurants have started offering a special chef surprise dish. So give me some inspiration every few business cycles, and I'll decide
Is
on
the
my next
front,
theme
is
dish.
that skin or is that
Now then,
part of
give
your
me your
outfit?
hand.
My hand?
A warm and energetic feel. Your hands are calloused from wielding your sword, but still quite delicate. When you grasp its hilt, it's like you're holding the bow of a violin. A sword, then. The theme this time shall be strength. All right, let's find out what strength looks like in gastronomical form.
I'm sorry, does she have hearts in her eyes? Because that's adorable. Power-packed barbecue ribs. Nice.
I've refined the sauce for these barbecue ribs. It's a richer flavor than the classic version, but not at all greasy. The mint extract in the seasoning leaves a refreshing aftertaste, perfect for indulging yourself after a fun-filled day.
Oh, just a second.
But if
Sorry,
you ask
Jap.
me, I'd say the artisans need these more than the guests.
Sorry about that.
The artisans?
As I'm sure you've noticed, this park isn't quite finished. A serving of these barbecue ribs should help the artisans replenish their strength much more quickly. As their bosses, you have an obligation to provide meals for them. So why not invite them to dine here? Who knows, the morale boost might even improve their productivity.
Oh? If I recall correctly, you once served up some special fish and chips for the porters over at the Fleuve Centre. For several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work in just 5. And then,
Damn.
because they clocked out early, they'd come back completely refreshed the next day.
Then there's no time to lose. Go invite the artisans over while these ribs are still hot. I'll prepare some side dishes and desserts too.
That's a great idea! You really live up to your reputation, Escoffier. Looks like these themed dishes are gonna make a huge difference after all. We'll have to make sure we check in with you regularly.
You and Navia invite the artisans over.
The artisans are pumped and ready to roll thanks to that themed dish.
And perfect timing, too. Let's take this chance to take the facilities of our eclectic escapades to the next level.
Hold on. Let me check out Escaffi. I can't see. but she definitely has way too much skin exposed. Chat, do you want to see me pull for Escoffier? Let's see if we get her. Let's see if we get her. Oh, I don't remember if I won or lost my last 50-50. No, Dia, no! No! Say it ain't so. No. 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 Oh, that hurt. That hurt. We even already had a constellation of Dia. What is the point? Stop blowing up your hair. Constellation. F. F in the chat. I don't even use Dia. Man, I should. I hear she has good stun resistance, but I don't really have anyone that works with that, to be honest. Maybe Wanderer. Maybe I should put him on Wanderer's team. I don't know. Let's see what happens. We probably won't get her. Aoife. Which we already have. I already pulled earlier for Aoife. Because I like to get every 5-star, or every 4-star rather. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh, or on. I really wish I got Veressa. Veressa was cute as hell. And the problem is I hear that Escoffier is really good for, like, freeze teams, specifically. So, I'm gonna need this to work out, to be honest. Skip. I didn't... Xiangling! What are you doing here? You're C6. What are you doing here? Hold on. I don't need a Crown of Insight. I need Intertwined Fates. Okay, we can do one more poll. And then we'll continue with what we were doing. Damn it! I was really hoping it would just work out in my favor. Layla! What are you doing here? Who has constellations? Show it. No. No. Not terrible. Okay.
Now that everything's going smoothly, it's about time we upgraded our facilities.
Okay.
We should be able to attract more customers by upgrading the stall, don't you think?
That's right. Based on my business experience with the Spina di Rosula, I've quantified the service value to help you intuitively understand how satisfied customers are with each stall. An attraction will reach its ideal revenue only when its service value meets customer expectations, As we improve and expand our facilities, expectations will also increase accordingly. When that happens, we can deploy more capable employees, or invest funds in training to enhance our employees' skills.
Okay.
Whew, that should be everything. Looks like you've pretty much mastered how to run this park.
Huh? Have we really? Thinking about it, we have learned quite a lot, haven't we?
Just goes to show how well Navia explained it all.
Oh, not at all. I wouldn't say I taught you much. Your intuition's been guiding the way mostly. I imagine long-term operations sounded like a scary prospect the first time I mentioned it, huh?
Yeah.
Don't let that scare you. Just break things down into smaller steps and tackle them one at a time. Even if you're not a genius or naturally gifted, you'll get it done in the end.
Whoa, seeing her own progress has really got Paimon fired up! Actually, she's gonna jot your words of encouragement right down. From here on out, we'll be running the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland together. Let's make it a big success!
Well, there you go. Yeah, sorry, girl. The Cheval Marine Film Festival, Film Fantasyland has 3 main attractions: eclectic escapades, movie masterpieces, and mellow manner. You can increase the corresponding facilities' ticket sales and attract more visitors to the park. Okay. Oh, that's the thing. Okay. Well, there you go. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we got out of all the reading stuff. So now, hold on, what is this? Nice. Okay. Wait, there's an epilogue? Man, I have to manage. I'm exploding. That's a shame. Anyway, Anyway, I think we're gonna end it there. I do have to be up at 7 in the morning tomorrow, so I actually can't stay up for too long. But, yes, thank you guys. I do appreciate you guys coming by. I know Genshin Impact doesn't have a lot of, like, interactive elements to it, but I do appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot that you have stuck around so far. We're going to be streaming tomorrow. We're going to be starting Kingdom Hearts that I think it was like 358 days and a half or something. We're going to be starting that tomorrow. And assuming it doesn't suck ass, we'll be actually playing it as opposed to what we did with Chain of Memories. But yes, keep an eye out for that. We might... I hate to stream for so many days in a row because it takes me out really hard. But we might... About that. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Tell me what you mean now. But yeah, we might be streaming Genshin again this weekend to get through Escaffier's story quest. I don't have to do it. within the time limit they've given me, but I'd like to do it in the time limit they've given me, so we'll probably do that. It's just cutscenes. Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah. No. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Stick around tomorrow for whatever it's called. Kingdom Hearts. We might stream early because I do technically have that day off, but I do have to do a lot of stuff that day. So if you want to keep better track of when I go live, you should drop a follow. 358 days and a half. Yes, that's what I thought. Make sure you drop a follow. And if you haven't joined the Discord too, if that's something that you're willing to do, it's a good way to keep track of us. And you'll get to see my cherry dipped ice cream that I had today. It was really good, actually. So, yeah, make sure you do all of that. And I appreciate you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye forever. Bye-bye.